On this day, August 31st, 1997, the world stood still. Princess Diana, the people's princess, was killed in a tragic car crash in Paris. Her untimely death at the age of just 36 sent shockwaves around the globe. I remember it vividly. I was a young reporter at a newspaper in London, and it was around 2 o'clock in the morning. And the phone in our newsroom, it just lit up. And it was our Paris correspondent, and she said, "I've got some breaking news. Diana has been killed in a car crash." Immediately, I felt a chill. I knew, I had a sense somehow that this was not just a normal car crash. As the hours wore on, the details emerged. Diana was being pursued by photographers through the streets of Paris. They were trying to get pictures of her as she left the Ritz Hotel. The driver of the car she was in sped into the tunnel, and in the early hours of the morning, lost control and crashed. And in that crash, both the driver and Diana's companion, Dodi Fade, were killed instantly. But Diana was still alive. She was rushed to hospital, but she died a few hours later. It was such a tragedy. And when I looked at the pictures of the crash, the car was burnt out, the tires were shredded. It was clear that this was no ordinary accident. Someone had been driving very fast. Within hours, hundreds of people began gathering outside Kensington Palace, laying flowers, candles, teddy bears, pictures of her. The outpouring of grief was immediate and intense. People couldn't believe she was gone. They felt as though they'd lost a member of their own family. And who could blame them? Diana was different. She was warm, she was compassionate, kind, funny, down to earth. She was the real deal. And yes, her marriage to Prince Charles had broken down. Yes, she struggled with the constraints of royal life. But she was an extraordinary woman. And in the years since her death, she's become a global icon, a symbol of compassion, kindness, and above all, love. Love for her children, William and Harry, who she described as her two beautiful boys. Love for her family and friends. And above all, a love for her fans, the people who called her the People's Princess. Today, we remember Diana, not just for the titles she held, but for the values she embodied. A true humanitarian who walked among us. A bright light that shone so brightly, touched so many lives. And in the words of Elton John, goodbye, Norma Jean. You were beautiful, you are beautiful, you always will be.